You may think your desire fades because of age, stress, or routine, but the truth is your body has been sending signals long before you noticed. Signals that your energy is dropping, your focus is blurring, and your sexual drive is slowly being pushed into the background. The modern lifestyle drains the very systems that fuel arousal, yet most men never realize how deeply food shapes their sexual response. Today, you will discover how specific foods can switch your body back on, heighten your sensitivity, and reignite the spark you thought was fading. This is the first step to reclaiming the version of you that feels powerful, eager, and fully alive. Once you understand how these foods work, you will never look at your desire the same way again. Most men blame age, stress, or simple exhaustion for their fading desire. Yet the real causes hide in everyday habits that quietly dismantle sexual vitality. Processed foods that inflame your body, overwork that shuts down hormonal balance, and constant mental overload that numbs your natural drive. Your libido doesn't disappear suddenly. It dissolves in small, consistent choices that weaken energy, blood flow, and mental sharpness. This moment is your turning point. As you understand what's been draining your masculine fire, you also unlock the power to restore it. When desire vanishes without explanation, it is your body asking to be fed the right fuel again. And starting today, you will discover exactly which foods wake your system, ignite arousal, and bring your confidence back to its full force. An aphrodisiac is not magic, not superstition, and not an empty promise. These are foods that trigger real, measurable reactions inside the male body. They enhance blood flow, activate neurotransmitters linked to pleasure, elevate energy, reduce inflammation, and create the perfect internal environment for desire to rise naturally. When you consume specific nutrients, your circulation improves, your mind becomes sharper, and your body responds with stronger intensity. What you are about to discover goes far beyond the idea of foods that excite. You will understand how these foods activate the internal systems responsible for arousal, firmness, and sexual readiness. This knowledge puts you back in control of your own body, because once you know what activates your desire, you're no longer hostage to low libido. Desire is not random. It follows a precise path inside your body, and when one part of the system weakens, your entire sexual response collapses. Everything begins in the brain, where dopamine fuels anticipation, motivation, and sexual interest. From there, the body demands strong circulation to send blood where it needs to go. Testosterone then steps in to intensify arousal, confidence, and physical readiness. Finally, nerve sensitivity amplifies every touch, every sensation, and every moment of pleasure. When even one of these pillars is low, desire fades. When all four are aligned, your sexual power becomes undeniable. The foods you will discover in this video act exactly on these systems, restoring the natural pathway that makes you feel alive, responsive, and fully engaged again. Aphrodisiacs that activate the male mind. Before the body reacts, the mind must awaken. This is why some foods are powerful aphrodisiacs, not because of what they do to your muscles or your blood, but because of how they influence your brain chemistry. Certain ingredients boost dopamine, the neurotransmitter responsible for desire, focus, and anticipation. Others stabilize serotonin, giving you calm confidence instead of performance anxiety. Some stimulate acetylcholine, heightening mental sharpness and sensitivity to pleasure. When these pathways fire correctly, your sexual response becomes faster, stronger, and far more consistent. The truth is that libido begins in your thoughts, and the right foods can switch those thoughts from distraction and stress to readiness and excitement. Once your mind is turned on, the rest of your body follows with much more power. Sexual performance lives, or dies, by one factor: blood flow. If circulation is slow, weak, or restricted, desire feels muted, and the physical response becomes unreliable. But when your bloodstream moves with force, everything changes. Certain foods contain natural vasodilators that widen your blood vessels and send instant energy to the areas that matter most. Others reduce inflammation that blocks healthy flow, allowing your body to respond faster and with far more intensity. These nutrients don't just support arousal, they enhance sensitivity, endurance, and overall performance. When circulation rises, desire rises with it, because your body finally has the power to respond the way it was designed to. This is where many men rediscover a level of strength they thought they had lost. Testosterone is not just a hormone. It is the engine of male desire, drive, and physical confidence. When levels drop, libido weakens, energy declines, and arousal becomes inconsistent. But certain foods contain the exact minerals, fats, and compounds your body needs to produce testosterone at its highest natural capacity. Some reduce SHBG, the protein that locks away your free testosterone, while others support the glands responsible for hormonal production. These foods amplify your strength, boost your mood, and restore the assertive, responsive energy that defines healthy masculinity. When testosterone rises naturally, desire becomes automatic rather than forced. You feel more alive, more dominant, and more connected to your own body. This is one of the fastest ways to reclaim your full sexual potential. Some of the most powerful libido-boosting foods are not exotic, rare, or expensive. They are everyday ingredients sitting quietly in your kitchen, holding compounds that deliver surprisingly intense effects on male desire. These foods increase nitric oxide, sharpen nerve sensitivity, elevate mood, and strengthen hormonal balance, all without you even realizing their impact. Men overlook them because they seem ordinary, yet their biological power is anything but. When you understand how these hidden aphrodisiacs work, you start to see that sexual vitality is not about complicated solutions, but about using the right elements already within reach. These simple choices can shift your energy, awaken your arousal, and create real change faster than you expect. Sometimes the greatest boost comes from what you thought was insignificant. You experience a level of energy and responsiveness that feels almost immediate. The secret is knowing which elements amplify each other and how they transform your entire sexual response when used together. Your body responds quickly when it finally receives what has been missing. That is why a simple 7A protocol can deliver noticeable improvements in desire, energy, and sexual responsiveness. This test is not complicated. It is a focus reset that replaces the foods draining your vitality with the ones that activate blood flow, sharpen your mind, and support testosterone. Aphrodisiac combinations. When two foods create a much stronger effect. Some foods work well on their own, but when paired correctly, their effects multiply in ways most men have never imagined. Certain combinations accelerate blood flow while simultaneously boosting dopamine, creating a powerful physical and mental ignition. Others blend minerals that increase testosterone with antioxidants that heighten sensitivity, giving you sharper, faster, and more intense arousal. These pairings turn simple ingredients into potent sexual enhancers because they activate multiple systems at the same time. This is the point where desire becomes not only stronger, but more consistent and easier to sustain. When you combine the right foods, you experience a level of energy and responsiveness that feels almost immediate. The secret is knowing which elements amplify each other and how they transform your entire sexual response when used together. Your body responds quickly when it finally receives what has been missing. That is why a simple 7A protocol can deliver noticeable improvements in desire, energy, and sexual responsiveness. This test is not complicated. It is a focus reset that replaces the foods draining your vitality with the ones that activate blood flow, sharpen your mind, and support testosterone. By concentrating these nutrients daily, your system begins to fire again, and you start to feel the internal shift. Stronger morning energy, faster arousal, clearer focus, and a deeper sense of physical readiness all become natural signals that the reboot is working. This short experiment proves to you that your body is capable of much more than you realized. 7 days are enough to reveal what your potential feels like when nothing is holding you back. Your sexual strength is shaped by what you give your body every day. When you reinforce your system with nutrients that support testosterone, sharpen your mind, strengthen circulation, and fuel your energy, your desire grows stronger and more consistent. You are not broken. You are simply waiting for the right stimulus to activate what has always been there. The foods you learned today already move you toward that transformation, but some men want a faster path. That is where targeted support can make a real difference. A supplement like Alpha Surge was created exactly for men who want stronger stamina, deeper focus, and a more powerful physical response. Its ingredients support blood flow, vitality, stress balance, and male performance, amplifying the natural process your body is already trying to recover. It is not about replacing discipline. It is about accelerating what you have started. If you want to take this improvement to the next level, the link is in my bio. Your results begin the moment you decide to feed your body with what makes you rise again.